You're sitting beside a driver who's done this route 100 times, yet his knuckles are white on the wheel. The cliff hugs the tires, the engine growls under strain, and every turn feels like it might be the last. These massive trucks aren't just built for power, they're built for war against nature's deadliest roads. What you're about to see isn't just a journey, it's a battle between machine, man, and the unknown. First, a huge red truck groans under a heavy load of long logs on a narrow mountain road. The weight pulls it back, lifting its front wheels. People pull ropes tight to stop it from flipping, fighting gravity with all their might. Next, just when things seemed fine, trouble hit fast. A truck packed with heavy logs rolled down a steep hill. The driver couldn't stop it in time. The load was too much, and soon, the giant vehicle crashed hard, completely out of control. Next, a truck loaded with heavy logs begins down a deadly steep road high in the hills. One small mistake could cost the driver his life. On such dangerous paths, knowing your limits isn't just smart, it's a must. Deep in the wild, a military truck faces a broken, wet road. The driver slowly climbs up while another man walks beside, guiding every move. One wrong turn, and it's all over. On roads like this, teamwork can save lives. Moving on a risky mountain path, a huge truck carries two heavy loads of logs. The road is narrow and rough. One small mistake could be very dangerous. With every turn, the driver risks it all. This road leaves no space for error. Snow covers the road like a slippery sheet of glass. A truck driver slowly drives across the icy path, trying not to slide. One wrong move, and it could all go wrong. On roads like this, every second counts. Deep in Siberia, a truck crosses the scary Kwen-Dinsky Bridge over the Vidym River with no guardrails and a shaky path. One slip could be deadly. Drivers roll down windows and follow a guide. It's risky and banned. Also, a truck driver carefully reverses his heavy vehicle on a slippery, muddy, and icy road. The path is narrow and risky. One small slip could cause everything to go terribly wrong. In places like this, even a tiny mistake is deadly. You won't believe what happened on this wild road. A huge tanker truck was driving through deep mud and a scary path. The road was narrow, slippery, and full of danger. One wrong move, and it could have tipped over. You won't forget this intense moment. Several giant trucks were moving slowly on a rough up and down road. The path was muddy and full of danger. Each turn looked risky, and the trucks fought hard to stay balanced and keep moving forward. These crazy truck stunts are just the start. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. More thrilling road challenges are coming. Hold your breath. This moment gets scary fast. A loaded truck was taking a sharp, dangerous turn on a risky mountain road. The wheels slipped a little, and the edge looked close. One small mistake, and everything could have gone crashing down the hill. Next, things got tense on this muddy path. A dumper truck was struggling through a dirty, slippery road. The mud was thick and deep. If one tire got stuck, the driver would be in serious trouble. Getting it out wouldn't be easy at all. This scene will have your heart racing. In Africa, a heavily loaded truck was crossing a muddy off-road path filled with water and steep ups and downs. It looked like the truck might fall any time. Still, the brave driver kept moving forward carefully.
Sogea na mafati.
Now, this moment felt like a movie scene. A huge overloaded truck was moving on a rough, dangerous off-road track. The driver could barely see the way. One man was running ahead, guiding him through every bump and dip. It was full of tension. This was a tense moment on the road. A truck was going through a sandy area when suddenly, one of its wheels got stuck in the thick mud. The driver was doing everything he could, trying desperately to get the truck free. It was a real struggle. Afterward, the truck was crossing a freezing, icy road when suddenly it slipped into a deep ditch. It looked impossible to escape, but the driver fought hard, pulling the truck out and continuing on the dangerous path. What a close call. A heavy truck tried to take a sharp turn on the upper road, but suddenly, its front wheels went off the edge. It looked like it might tip over, but the driver skillfully managed to keep it from falling. Meanwhile, here's a moment you have to see. The Unimog showed its power as it easily dragged huge logs through thick mud. This incredible truck was built for tough roads, proving why it's one of the most versatile vehicles. Similarly, this was a tough day on the road. A truck loaded with heavy logs got stuck in a deadly muddy path. The driver tried hard, but couldn't move it. In the end, help was called, and another truck came to pull it out. Moving on, this moment had everyone holding their breath. A truck was going down a deadly, steep road. The path was so risky that it looked like the truck would slip and flip over time. It was truly being pushed to its limits on that dangerous path. Tension was high on this risky journey. A massive truck was carrying heavy machinery on a dangerous road. One wrong move could lead to disaster and huge damage. Every turn felt risky as the truck was being pushed to its limits. Next up, things took a wild turn in seconds. A truck driver suddenly tried to take a sharp turn, but a bus came fast from behind and crashed into it. Both vehicles struggled on the tight, risky road, pushed to their limits in that scary moment. Now, here's a nerve-wracking scene in the mountains. A truck driver was climbing a steep road, but the truck started rolling back instead of going up. The path was too dangerous. Drivers must remember their limits on roads like this. It's not worth the risk. The road ahead was cold and full of danger. A loaded truck was moving slowly on an icy, deadly path. The surface was slippery. One small slip could end everything in seconds. The driver stayed focused, knowing there was no room for error. This off-road journey was pure madness. A truck driver was driving through an icy, muddy path with water all around. The road was dangerous and wild. Still, the driver kept going, like he knew how far to push the truck to its limits. This challenge was real in the cold. A truck driver was moving through an icy road during extreme winter. Suddenly, the truck got stuck in the ice. After a long struggle, the driver finally pulled it out. A true test on a deadly road. Next, things went wrong in just seconds. A truck loaded with logs was moving from off-road to the main road, when suddenly its front wheels lifted off the ground. The load became unstable, and all the logs came crashing down. It was a shocking moment. What happened deep in the forest was truly impressive. Transporting trees through rough forest paths takes serious skill. BMC trucks, loaded with heavy firewood, handled the tough terrain like pros. Even when overloaded, expert drivers guided them safely, showing how strong and reliable these machines are. Lastly, in the snowy north, things got tense. A truck was driving on an icy road when it suddenly slipped and slid off the path. It looked like a disaster, but somehow the truck stayed upright. Pushing its limits on that deadly road, it made it through. What a ride! Watching this massive truck push limits on those deadly roads was intense. The power, the risk, and the adrenaline, everything came together unforgettably. Drop your thoughts below, but hold on tight. More thrilling road madness is on the way. Smash that like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next wild ride.